Welcome back, everybody. Um,
Took a week hiatus due to we didn't film anything.
yeah,
And
and our social media manager, I think failed to announce anything as well. So we'll look into that and take the proper rectifications of
so
poor
extra.
performance. Uh, you know, I I read up a performance improvement plan for one of the people in my fantasy football leagues one time.
Who?
We have since kicked said player out of the
Oh.
league.
Wait, you
Uh,
literally wrote him a.
well, I no, I,
Was
I,
it like a mock one that you never sent to him,
I
just to
didn't
others?
end up sending it because it was a little extreme. But
Yes.
it is saved on my Google
I think
Drive.
sometimes you do take fantasy football as a full time job,
Well,
though.
you know, he obviously didn't. He was like, "This is the first person I fired. We'll go with that. How about that?"
Okay, I got it.
um, but yeah, we're back. We're rocking a new setup. Uh, after I don't know how many months, we finally decided to set up our living room again, because previously we had our bed in our living room.
We were
Um,
rocking like a studio with two
yeah,
offices instead of like formal living room, bedroom, office. Because since we both work from home a majority of the time, it made sense for a little bit, but for a couple reasons. One, my little sister's coming to visit.
yep, and she's gonna be couch surfing on our couch, but
Yeah.
we don't have like the most like comfortable like, oh yeah, I get to sleep on this couch kind of thing. So
I think our couch is comfortable.
I like
I mean, it's not like,
it's not long enough for me. You can't
yeah,
like fully lay on it, but
it is
it's pretty
comfortable.
comfortable.
Hater.
Um,
And also, because of our dogs, it gets a little bit noisy here. So I feel like we've noticed a decrease in barks since moving back to like a
bedroom,
typical.
yeah, especially at night because like we're on the first floor, so there's quite a bit of foot traffic in front of us,
And
and then
like the cars and everything. Oh my goodness. It just
also like
sets them off
our apartment felt so dirty, or
all
I
the
like
time.
it's more dirty like the if the bed wasn't made, and then I think we were out here more, so like
Yes.
just different stuff
I just
or
like that it feels more like this we can just chillax without being in like bed.
yeah, and we have like more space because I feel
Yeah.
like we were kind of like throwing away like probably like 300 square feet of like just unusable space. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's kind of our. And then we, or I don't know, I'm taking a month trip, I guess. So we're gonna be switching to like a Zoom style, which is gonna be interesting. Especially
So
because
if there are some other breaks, it's because we couldn't figure it out.
yeah, and then this is really nerdy, but I have a remote desktop setup because obviously like desktop computers are not like mobile. Um,
Well, they are if you just believe.
yeah, well, I don't want to
Well, if
bring
you're
them.
there for longer than a month, you might be bringing
So,
just the full thing.
yeah, I'm rocking my college laptop, which
Terrible.
the battery doesn't work anymore, so it has to be connected to a power source.
And it also is terrible.
Yeah, well, it was a really nice computer at the time, but obviously it's like 7 years old. But and then I know, so the batteries or the chargers I have because my charger broke, so I had to order other chargers. But
Is it one where the keypad also sucks?
you don't like it. I like it. I actually like. I really love typing on it. Um,
Because I know my dad had one where, oh my gosh, it drove me nuts because as you would type, it would like jump like around. So you'd be typing and then it'd be like, it would go back to the beginning.
oh no,
Oh
I
my
mean
gosh, it drove
I
me
don't know
nuts.
about that, but that's gonna be fun. I'm kind of excited. It's nice to like bring it out. I've
But
kept
we're
up.
calling this because our anniversary is on Thursday. So in just a few days, our 2 year anniversary.
Yeah,
We're calling it our 2 year
sabbatical,
from our
which is
marriage.
really funny. We haven't been apart for that long in a long time. So
Probably since, jeez, when was the last
yeah,
time?
but
Long time
she
ago.
has informed me this is my last free weekend of the summer.
I haven't informed you. I just like
Well, you
it was
told me
like
that
a
yesterday. You were like, "Oh, did you?"
PSA.
Yeah,
Like, oh my gosh, I was just telling all the events, and I was like, well, that leaves next weekend.
yeah.
So,
So we're gonna play golf next weekend.
golf, finish cleaning, get
Huh.
everything ready. Then we're rafting the next weekend, and then
4th of
you
July, we're running.
and then we run on that Tuesday,
I'm
and then
getting
you
ready.
take off to Missouri. Then you have the bachelor party, and then wedding week, and then we fly back from the wedding, Texas, and then you possibly come home depending plans that we are currently debating between.
Yeah, but that's another thing. So I have my race with Shannon. Okay.
I feel like he's given up on. I just
No,
want the world
I
to know that.
haven't given up. I've actually been really good at my training.
Is that because of our mile a day thing?
Yeah, that's helped a lot. Her family started a challenge, like a walk or
Well, I
run a mile a
started a
day. Yeah, yeah.
challenge.
And so been getting out, taking the dogs out for at least a mile a day. I know, like today, like you did a 6 mile run.
Yeah. Well, it's a long interval run, but it got to
About
about
an hour,
six and
yeah.
a half.
But so my friends are meeting up, and
For the bachelor party.
yeah, we're going to a bachelor party, so real excited about it. But I don't know how it got started. Something with our athleticism came up, and
Wait, can we take a short pause?
yeah, what's the
Would
pause?
you say that you all think your athleticism is a lot greater than average?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
Yeah, we are just like top tier.
Yes. You
Yeah.
all would have been pro given the right
Yeah,
circumstances, for
like
sure.
we got a couple of knee injuries,
It's
back
tough luck.
injuries.
Yeah, for sure.
But
But probably going to be golf pros someday in the future.
yeah, absolutely. Now, when you get talking some game that may be a little too much, get real competitive. We're real competitive people. So now we are going to be running against each other. Just because the people that, 7, 8 years ago when we were like running in high school, I think they're kind of out of shape. So we're gonna see how it goes.
Okay, I want you to place bets now on what the order of finishing is going to be.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna win. And in high school, I would have finished last.
Are you
So
like, what's your confidence interval with this dub?
like 60%.
Okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
who's getting second?
Probably Tyler.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know how many people are doing it, so.
yeah, and then Cyrus. Well, I don't think one of my friends can't do it because he's got back problems because of his feet. He might run. I don't know. Zach will probably finish like second or third.
Wait, now you switched the order.
I don't know. It's gonna be a crapshoot, but I'm going to win.
Because now you have a lot of confidence in Zach beating Landers.
Yeah,
But you have no faith in Cyrus. Cyrus is definitely getting
yeah. Well,
last.
Cyrus has bad knees. Dead last.
And your knees are spectacular.
Yeah,
Now, I think your
absolutely.
knees could be good if you would strength train them a little bit
I did a lower body lift today.
better. I know, I was really proud of you.
Yeah. We're
Really proud of
strengthening, Really cramming for that last little bit, though. We have like 3 weeks,
Easy money.
4 weeks. But, so, we're filming this today. It's
Today?
Father's Day.
Okay.
On Father's Day.
On Father's Day.
And just, on my, like, Twitter and stuff, I was seeing some statistics and everything, and just, like, the role of having like a father figure in your life is so important within like child development. Almost it's like the number of like felons or people in prison like from like a single family or single mother household is like insane. It's like 80 or 90%, like almost all like, severe violent crime comes from like single mother households. Now that's probably correlated pretty heavily with like income. If like single mother income, like you only have one job coming in. So, but I still think like having like a father figure there is important. And we've both been pretty blessed to have good relationships with our dads. So, I guess like since it's Father's Day, I wanted to like, has there been, just ask you a couple questions about your dad, and I want to talk about my dad and just some of our favorite memories, and then maybe I don't know, like stories or stuff. So like I know like one in particular like memory that I have is like I think when my dad was like most upset at me, and I think it's really funny, and I was just curious, like, do you have a specific moment where your dad was really angry at you?
I can't remember him being like one time when he was like in particularly angry. Like I have that with my mom, but not my dad. My dad would always just leave me in the bathroom forever.
You were locked in the bathroom?
No, not locked. He would just be like, "We're gonna have a talk," and then he'd be like, "Go sit on the toilet." And I felt like I was
Okay.
waiting for hours. It was probably like 10 minutes, but I was like,
Yeah, I feel like
I'm
you
here for
definitely
hours.
clarify the time instead of forever, for like
Yeah, no, it was like 10
protective services or
minutes. Yeah, but I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be left in the bathroom.
and you hate waiting.
I'm not,
So
yeah,
I feel like your dad probably knew that
yes.
and was just like,
Well, like, because
just
with
let her
Megan, he
stew.
could just like look at her and she would just break down.
Yeah.
But
That
I
doesn't
was just
surprise
like,
me.
I'll wait it out. And it was a lot of waiting. A lot of waiting.
Oh, so
Katie had a similar thing where she also did a lot of waiting.
that's funny. All right, I love it. So, were you getting in trouble often?
No, I was pretty sneaky, I think.
You see, you're like, I know this, and you've told me this, but I think you got away with too much growing up.
Yes,
And
it was a lot later in life when I would like tell a story on myself, or my siblings would tell a story, and my mom would be like, "You did what?"
do you
And I was
think there's like
"Well,
hidden resentment that could potentially be brought out by me at our next gathering?
resentment."
Yeah, like your sisters and brothers were like, Shannon got away with so much, she never got in trouble.
No,
Like, just
because
get
like I got in trouble. I just
didn't get in
fought
trouble
my
enough.
battles
Okay.
directly with my siblings. I didn't involve my parents.
Okay.
I believed in the face-to-face combat with my problem, which was them not doing what I want.
All right. So, I just now I don't know. Do you have any other comments you want to make?
No?
Okay. Well, I want to get into mine.
Okay.
And I don't know why I just remember this specifically so much. But you know those like tractors that you hook up to water the lawn
Yes.
and you like put it on the hose?
My dad used to love his.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like the most like disappointed I think my dad has ever been in me
I'm trying
is
to try not to laugh.
I like threw the hose on top of one of these tractors. And I don't know how old I was, like way too old. Like I shouldn't have done this, but like he was just like dumbfounded. Like, do you understand like how heavy a hose is? Like, so it broke the thing,
Yeah.
and like I think he ended up like finding like a PVC replacement or whatever. But I don't know. Like the tractor's broken, but I mean those things like
You know what's really funny? One, Josh mowed a lot of hoses. It felt like it was probably like one, but it felt like he mowed
Yeah.
a lot of, and so that was because my dad cares a lot about his lawn,
yeah.
and I think he did something similar with the tractor that he broke a tractor.
That's really funny. Well, we'll have to ask him about it. But I just
don't quote me on that, but I like feel like he did one tractor broke. I know that, and I'm gonna place blame on Josh. I don't know if that's accurate though, but I do know he did mow over a few hoses.
I think so. My mom had a lamp post. Like she always wanted a lamp post. Like always talked about it for years.
Hmm.
And then when we moved, like we had this like little area that you could put stuff in. So she bought like a lamp post or whatever. But we had the cord, and it was pretty hidden. It was buried. I would forget to unplug the thing and move the cord when I mowed over it. So I caught it a couple of times. So it was like, I can't think like the term, but like my dad reconnected the wires together. So then it just had electrical
Single tape
tape like
just going
multiple
all
times.
over.
Now my mom did mow over it too. Because it's just easy to forget about. Because there's like a green cord, it blended in. And sometimes you could mow over it and it'd be fine. But not all the time. But yeah, I don't think you ever got to see the lamppost. I don't know what happened to it. That was a very important thing. The lamp.
The lamppost.
Yeah, my mom was really, really happy with the lamp.
Was it down by like? Is it in the current house?
Like,
By
yeah. It's like right on the, you know where the hill is? In the backyard. It was like right at the crest of the hill. In like a little flower bed area. So we had some stuff. And then there used to be this dog that would just sit like right next to the lamppost and bark like all night.
That's
It'd
really
bark for
funny.
hours. It was like the neighborhood dog. It was a good time.
So, what is your favorite quality of your dad, or something that you, when you have a kid, that you would want to like emulate? Is that the correct word?
Emulate, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Replicate would be.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Word.
Well, just like getting into like working and like working like 8:30 to 5:30. Getting off of work like 5:30, whatever, you got to eat and stuff, but like I did like a lot of like youth sports. So like football and baseball took up like all the time. And my dad ended up coaching my youth football like really young.
Mhm.
And I just remember us like we had a long drive. It was like on the other side. So we would ride in the truck, and we would always listen to the radio. This is like pre-Spotify term. I don't know. We'd listen to like heavy rock or whatever music.
That's funny.
But just like getting off of work, I guess,
Mhm.
and like prioritizing. Like I don't think my dad like ever missed a game. So really appreciative of that, and love to be able to like replicate that. And then just going to practice or like helping out coaching, everything.
Yeah, I think your dad has a very strong work ethic, like really.
Yeah.
With the houses and all that, like.
Yeah. And then like another thing, like, cause we're kind of similar in like some of the stuff we do. So like I remember he would like always meet like every deadline. It felt like, but like sometimes he would like put it off. So then like he would just go into like work mode where like he would like prioritize things, but then like the final day or whatever, this probably drove my mom nuts. We'll have to talk to her about. But he would like work just like all night. He would just like not sleep.
That's
just
funny.
go straight finishing into like working, coming back, and then passing out. But do you have some qualities that like you see in your dad?
Well, one that's just on my mind right now, like I love my dad for a lot of things, but this past weekend in Colorado, well, before that, I guess it was still in Colorado, but before a conversation we had, and I just asked him, because I've gotten really into reading, like if you were to recommend one history book for a beginner, because my dad knows a lot about history, just recommend it. Like what book would be
Your
like,
dad's a history teacher in high school. I just wanna. He does like AP classes,
but like,
right?
and he's like a history buff. Like he like loves history.
Yeah, when we were moving down to Georgia, like how many did you stop at? 2 battlefields or
I
just
think
one?
we just stopped at the one.
One. But you did most of your trips were around like American Civil War battlefields
Yeah.
or different
And
stuff.
so, like today, I was asking him questions as I was reading that book. And when we were in Winter Park, Colorado, my mom, my dad, and I, we were there like the last night just by ourselves. And my dad gave just like a really interesting, just like he's just knows so much about it. And I think from that, like each of us kids value history. And I think that's something that's kind of lost a lot in people is not understanding the importance of it. Because I don't think you can understand the importance of something that you've never been fully taught, you know? And so if you don't have an understanding of something, you're just going to think that your life's going fine without knowing, so how could it be important? But just like listening to him and being able to ask him questions throughout our childhood and now and just like gain understanding and has really just like helped me. And it also, I don't know, I really admire that of my dad and like how much he loves to learn and also loves to teach people. And so, yeah, that's just something that's on my mind right now because I was asking him a lot of questions today about World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was really surprised when you told me you're like, I'm reading about Churchill and
Winston
the
Churchill
British
and yeah, it's really interesting because it is like the British perspective on World War II and just kind of like what they were dealing with. And so, yeah, it's a good time. But I think that's so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there and our dads.
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good day. Hopefully grilled some food. I know. Like, if I had a smoker, we definitely would have done something today.
Hey,
But
I
one
bought
day,
ribs for next
I know,
week
yeah, we're
that
gonna
we're
have
probably not gonna grill
instant pot ribs, which you know,
until the day that we have a grill or a smoker or
Yeah.
something. Or we live in Colorado and go to my parents and use their smoker.
yeah, I'm definitely, yeah, I'm gonna when I'm at my parents, we're using the smoker.
You're not doing Chinese food every night?
Yeah, probably not. I'd get kind of, but you smoke some like pork or whatever, and then make Chinese food. Yeah.
May you enjoy that while I'm not there.
Um,
Anywho, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.